You know what I noticed? It's mandatory for every spy film to have a shot of a satellite floating in space. You just gotta. It's mandatory. It cannot be a spy film without a shot of a satellite floating in space. Simple as that. Hey guys. Hello guys. Hello everyone. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hello people. Hey guys. Hey guys. What's up people? Hello, my name is David, and welcome to my movie review of The Spy Next Door, the new movie starring Jackie Chan. Not a Jackie Chan movie, a movie starring Jackie Chan. That is warning sign number 1. Since we're on the warning signs, let's go ahead and get them out of the way. Warning sign number 2, this movie is being released in January. January, February, and occasionally part of March is usually the season in which the year's worst films are being released. Just look at last year, Paul Blart, Friday the 13th. The Pink Panther 2. Warning sign number 3. Sure, it has the charming Jackie Chan in it, but when you mix in Billy Ray Cyrus' country metaphors and George Lopez's tacky acting, you know, that can't be good. Warning sign number 4. I did not even know this movie was coming out 3 weeks prior to its release date. Warning sign number 5. This is directed by Brian Levant. Brian Levant directed Are We There Yet or Are We Done Yet? One of those films, the Ice Cube movies. Definitely not a good sign. But if you haven't already noticed, I am really not a fan of this film. Now, if you don't already know the plot to the film, that actually tests your IQ. The title, as well as the trailer, pretty much sum it up. It's about a spy who lives in disguise in the suburbs, and his greatest mission now is to take care of a bunch of kids, which is an idea that has been reused already. The Pacifier, starring Vin Diesel. It is the direct ripoff of that. Now, upon seeing the trailer, I instantly thought, this is really not going to be a great film, but I've always been a Jackie Chan fan, so I decided to give the film a chance. Now, being that you could practically know what this film is going to be about by the first glance of the title, the poster, the trailer, it is obvious that the plot of the film itself is going to be predictable, and nonetheless, it is. My parents were just a couple seats away when we were watching the movie, and they were pointing out what was going to happen in the film. And here's another warning sign. If you can predict what's going to happen in a film, that's not a good thing. Now let's get on with some of the good things about the film, and obviously it's really not that many. Jackie Chan, for one. There's almost no way to hate him in any film, even if his English is not that good. You know, he is instantly forgivable and likable, and this film is no exception. That's how cool Jackie Chan is. He can dodge the bullets of the movie critics and get away with it. Alright, let's see Chuck Norris do that. Not to mention some of the action sequences in this film are passable. They're not the greatest fight scenes of all time like Rumble in the Bronx or Gorgeous, but they are passable. I would like to have the editor put the action sequences together and just give me that for the price of a movie ticket and spare all the other junk. Now on to the point to make a review out of this film. The bad. The humor is strictly childish. It is played out for kids, and I don't blame them. If they want to make a family comedy, go ahead. It's just that some of these jokes we have seen them various times before, and some of these jokes coincide with the film in which the kids do not like the babysitter, and they pull a bunch of pranks on him. Some of the pranks are some of the most outdated pranks I've ever seen in a film. Not to mention, these kids have got to be the bitchiest kids I have ever seen in cinema. There is a little nerd who, fortunately he does become likable towards the end of the film. The older sister is an absolute bitch. There was a scene where he's talking back to her mother, and I had never in my life have I ever been in the theater and wanted to grab my drink and throw it at the screen whenever her friggin' face was on, and I could swear, I don't want to come off as mean, but I could swear that that little girl had Down syndrome. Not to mention, this film has got one of the most annoying scores I have ever heard. If you don't know what a score is, it's obviously the musical part of the film. There is music in situations in which the situation could have been funny if there was no music playing, but there's this whole abundance. It's like they're shoving musical notes down your throat. The music is annoying in this film, and it's sad to say that David Newman who is the composer, who I think composed an awful lot of other movies in which his scores were actually good. He composed the score for this film, and I have to say, it's downright annoying. And obviously, no spy movie is complete without the bad guys. And this film has, they went along and said, you know what? We can't come up with any good villain, so let's come up with the stereotypical villain that every spy movie has to have. The Russians. You got the blonde, short villain, who's Russian with the Russian accent, and oh my god, they just milked it in this movie. And again, some of the acting is mediocre in this film. George Lopez should just probably stick to comedy. I really do not see him being you cannot take that motherfucker serious in almost any movie unless he's doing a comedy film. And I could swear that George Lopez was baked throughout the whole production of this film. There are shots where his eyes are red. There's some close-ups on his face in which his eyes are really red. Either he was baked or they went along and shot this film in the course of 4 days overnight and did not get any sleep, because he wasn't the only actor who had red eyes. There were certain shots where Jackie Chan himself has had some irritation in his eyes, and I'm like, damn, were these people tortured? Is that why they were in this film in the first place? What caught me off by surprise for the acting is Billy Ray Cyrus. He was not horrible. He wasn't as bad as I was expecting him to be. I was expecting him to be friggin' annoying. He actually wasn't all that bad. In fact, I was sort of rooting for him. Of course, it's still Billy Ray Cyrus. There is no way you could be convinced that this guy is a spy. There's even a part in the film where he even admits to being a hillbilly. I guess overall this film serves much more of a tribute to all the films in which Jackie Chan was a spy rather than an actual spy Jackie Chan film. There's a montage at the beginning of the film that shows footage of all the films back in the 80s and the 90s in which Jackie Chan played a spy. And that's actually when my hopes rose. I'm like, oh man, this feels so nostalgic. This opening montage with the opening title, and we have all these clips of Jackie Chan, whooping good old-fashioned ass back in the 80s and the 90s. I was getting my hopes up for the film, but unfortunately, it's downhill from there. So I'm gonna have to give the film a 6.3 out of 10, which is a D. It is certainly not going to be the greatest film of the year. In fact, it's not even a good movie, but it's passable. It's not the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life. So if you're going to go see this movie, and you have an hour and a half to kill, see it for the sake of Jackie Chan. Alright. He deserves that much, and I think he deserves way better than this film. If you're not a Jackie Chan fan, then I say pass and go see something else. Go see The Book of Eli, or go give James Cameron more money and go see Avatar. So that's it for this movie review. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Comment, rate, favorite, share, whatever it is you guys do. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.
No.
Can't find what you're looking for? BigBadToyStore.com. It's big, it's bad, it's a toy store. But more importantly, it has it all. From Transformer and Star Trek figures to Dark Knight collectibles and G.I. Joes. It has everything, complete with great customer service. It is the one stop to shop. BigBadToyStore.com. It's big, it's bad, it has it all. Click the link in the sidebar and visit now.